ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
Tempo.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
23 yards on the play. A first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Newton takes it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now the extra point. This time the extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson throwing again. Forced out to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wilson. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game. I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them. That feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? That's the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mario Addison in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson fighting to stay upright. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run for it with Carson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. This is complete to Lockett. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Here's Wilson to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nick Vanette from 13 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Football going back over to the Carolina Panthers here. And for Carolina, it's hard to fathom what went wrong with them this season. It's been said before, we talked about it, they were 6-2 at the midway point, right in the mix for a first-round bye, and then everything kind of went wrong from there on out.
I wonder if we'll look back at that Thursday nighter in Pittsburgh where they got absolutely blasted. And at the time, we thought it was kind of a one-off, you know. Bad night, throw it out, here we go. But that led to a really bad stretch of football for Carolina, a lot of losses. And you just wonder, did that game take so much out of them that it was hard for them to bounce back? Now, look, the playoff thing for them is going to figure on a lot of other teams and a lot of other factors. So they could be in or out depending how other teams do. Bottom line is, they didn't take care of business themselves.
Yeah, that Week 15 loss to the Saints, that kind of really sealed their fate. That put them 2 games below 500. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this.
Ready? 180.
McCaffrey on the counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Hey, hey.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Now Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Don't take forever, okay?
Now it's Carson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Wilson. And he's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Janikowski, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Room to run past midfield. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Greg Olsen, 27 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead now up to 14. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Finding some room at midfield. Baldwin with it over the middle. And finally brought down at the 43. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Check 50, check 50. Don't take forever, okay?
They run it with Carson, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third and long, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here we go on fourth with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Now Artis Payne. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've left out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. Back to throw. Newton. Flush to his right. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I do want to take this time to mention that the next few months, very big in the competitive Madden Championship Series. A few weeks ago, we saw Skimbo go back-to-back.
That's right, back-to-back, second straight year.
You're fired up. And then next up, the Madden Challenge, and it's a $190,000 prize pool, and the ladders to qualify for that tournament now available in MUT draft mode. Exciting things. By the way, do you have a gamer tag, Charlie?
No, I do not have a gamer tag. You must be a good player.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Wes Horton. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Play action. It's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Come on, let's go.
This is Carson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work. Got it, got it, got it. Don't take forever, okay? Don't take forever, okay?
And we're back now in Charlotte. Now Wilson on second down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play there for Carolina. 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
19.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Newton's going to throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to run.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's a toss coming right. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hey, tempo.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throwing here, Newton. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.